Good day, gamers. Purple Mentat here, bringing you episode 12 of my Regrowth Let's Play. Today, I'm going to be working on making the farms look a little bit better as soon as I'm joined by a special guest who will be here very soon to help me out with that. And I've carved out a little bit of a smeltery area, moved my tinker stuff over here, and I'm using mana glass from Botania in the walls. Now, mana glass is something that is pretty easy to make. All you need to do is toss some regular glass into your mana pool, and you end up with this. We've also got two other improvements. One, a carpenter's garage door. The garage door is made with 8 carpenter's blocks, and you get 8 garage door pieces, and you only need 1, and it drops down the entire way. So this is only 3 garage door blocks. Also, the they can take any sort of block to make things, you know, prettier. And, oh, look, there she is, Morvelaira. We have some mana glass for a window and some of the hex blocks to provide a cool little, like, see-through force field thingy. And then I've got carpenter's pressure plates down here, which if I use my carpenter's hammer on, I can change what can activate it. I've got it set to players only. So I can run in and out real easy, but the monsters, they can't follow me. Pretty happy with that. We're going to get Morvelaira into the TeamSpeak channel here in just a moment. But first I want to show you what I'm doing about those trees. I'm going to be using, well, actually I need to get the whole smelter and such set up first. So you know what? We will deal with that in a bit. Let me go get all of the permissions and everything sorted out. Be right back. Alrighty, folks, I've got Morvelaira now poking around the base and judging me. Say hi, Morvy.
Hi, Morvy.
Thanks. She's going to help me make the farms and nature area look all kinds of Morvy pretty, which is amazing. Let me show you what I was doing to take care of these trees. We're going to build ourselves the smeltery and the lumber axe. First step, it's going to be grabbing out all of those bricks that we had made up for us in the Crucible Furnace a couple episodes back, and getting the basic smeltery items put together. And then from there, we'll be able to make ourselves the tool forge we need for the lumber axe. Always the controller first. I need some glass. Why do I not have glass on me? There we go. And I think actually I'm going to use a bunch of glass this time because I want a mostly see-through smeltery. So we're going to make a bunch of these seared glass tanks. How many am I going to need? 2, 4, 6, 8. And of course, plenty of brick is required. We're going to need at least one of the lava tanks, made like so. Drain. I do not have nearly enough inventory space for this. Should have planned for that. Ooh. These are running a little bit slower. I can only assume that having someone else in the area is making my graphics card hurt a little.
Eep, sorry.
It's my own fault. Here, let's just start building as we go. And let's double check our quest book. Make sure that we are actually building all of the components that it wants for the smeltery. And that should be in what the world teaches. Nope. What the world enables. Here we are. Searing heat. And we just need the casting table, the faucet, and then we can make the tool forge. Oh, I see. So they make you build the entire smeltery and go for the... actually, like, melt down some metals and such. That's clever. This Phoenix Lodge guy, he knows his stuff as far as pack making is concerned. Doing a standard 3x3x2 smeltery because I like to have the extra room. And I think that I've just used it so many times that not using it feels weird. I know you can build them any size you want now, but it's still strange to see an oddly shaped smeltery.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And... I don't know why it wanted the table first. Can't actually do much with the table yet. It's an odd choice. That's okay. Get a basin down as well. I don't have access to gold or aluminum yet, so how can I make use of the table? Alright, now, smeltery has to be powered by lava, so we're actually going to go just steal this whole lava tank. The crucible furnace doesn't need it. There we go. And now, to get the tool forge, we're going to need to collect our tool station. Bring this with us over to where we have all of our metals in our storage drawers. Grab some iron, turn that into iron blocks. With 4 iron blocks and a little bit of the seared brick around the tool station, you end up with a tool forge. Now there's a... or maybe you don't. Hang on a second here. I'm using the wrong bricks, aren't I? I am using the wrong bricks. It has to be the brick block, not the brick item. There. You'd think I hadn't done this in months.
No, to be clear, I'm not laughing at you. It's amusing.
You get to hear my whole process live for once.
Hey, you can see my process live all the time, so it's only fair.
Yes, your process live is terrifying sometimes. Like, it would terrify me to do it. Let me clarify here.
What's so terrifying about it?
Just the whole idea of not being able to be, well, that was a complete mistake. Let me make sure that no one ever sees that happened.
Oh, no, that did stop me for a while too, but then again, after a while I just kind of got to the point where it was too much to care about anymore, so I just, whenever that happened, I just started yelling, derp, and running on.
Ah, I see. Yep, eventually I will learn to embrace the derps. Okay, so what we did, we made the tough rod pattern, the tough binding pattern, the large plate pattern, and the broad axe head pattern in the stencil builder there. And now we're going to make a netherrack copy of each of those. And why am I using netherrack? Because it's cheap and it's plentiful. And it doesn't require me to do any more work to get it all together. So I will have a very easy to repair lumber axe. And we're going to select the lumber axe, and we just need to put the appropriate part on the appropriate spot. There we go. This only has a mining level of copper, and it's not particularly fast, but it is surprisingly durable, and it can take out this entire double-wide spruce tree in one block break. That is pretty. I love the shower of wood down. Okay. So that's going to enable me to very easily farm lots of saplings fast, and that's going to be something I'm really going to need because I made a big mistake, guys. I used up all of my mushrooms, which means I need to get more mushrooms, and the easiest way for me to do that is going to be using bone meal to create long grass, and then using mutandis on that long grass to turn it into, well, hopefully mushrooms eventually if I use enough of it. So I'm going to spend some time farming some trees while Morvy decides exactly what we're going to be doing with this little space here. And we're going to talk about what we're going to do about that. And when we cut back in, we'll be able to share some of those plans with you. See you soon. And we're back, folks. So Morvy has done some planning and scheming and mad design work and has come up with something. No problem. Come up with something amazing that we're going to share with you, but I wanted to show you how we're getting all the materials, so if you want to emulate it in your own world, you can do so. We're going to be making use of a lot of earth essence and a fair bit of air essence. I already have a ton of that. So let me grab just a little bit of that and show you. We're making marble with 3 earth essence and 1 air essence. Gets us 16 of the raw marble. Got a whole bunch of that gathered up here already. And we're using the nature essence, which you saw the nature seeds from earlier on in the series, to make vines. And then those vines, some of them are being made into vine balls from Botania. Now, the vine balls are pretty cool. Let me show you what one of them can do real quick. You can aim wherever you like and toss it just like a snowball, and it'll make a vine ladder, which is amazing. Also, this is a solid vine, so if I were to huck it, say, at the edge of that water tank, and then I could just walk right up to it and start climbing. Except for some reason, one of them broke. Anyway, they're neat. We're going to have some fun with those. She has plans. I'm not even 100% certain what the vine ball plans are, but they're there.
Well, you essentially just demonstrated it, to be honest.
Well, oh, okay. She knows what's happening here, but
they're meant to be ladders to be able to get up to the top of the inside of the wall. So still all naturey.
Okay, I see. Neat. So what else was there? There are some carpet blocks that I haven't done anything with yet. These come from chisel. I'm going to grab a little bit of string so I can make those real easy. And I have a nice big cotton farm here that I'm going to need to use to get the materials for them. So if I were to put 9 cotton into a crafting grid, you end up with a wool. I haven't actually gathered a bunch of wool yet, but that's okay. We'll solve that right now because I have pre-farmed some of the cotton. It's almost like I'm organized and know what I'm doing, folks. Be scared. Be scared. And then if I take this cotton and I add some dye, you're going to want the lime dye to make a lime wool, to put some string in the middle of 8 lime wool, get you 8 light green carpet. I assume just because someone's being contrary, that we end up with light green carpet instead of lime carpet. And then you're going to want a little bit more of the wool so that you can make some green carpet as well. There we go. And yes, inventory management with Mentat will happen off camera. I have a complete mess in my inventory right now, but that's okay. Really, it's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. Just relax. Okay, so I have at least a good start on all of the things that you were requesting. How do I go about building this wall, or do you want me to start throwing you materials and tools and you show me what's going to happen here?
Well, the wall itself is a pretty well, maybe not simple repeating pattern, but definitely a repeating pattern. So I could just build you a bit of an example slice, if you will, and just see if you can repeat the pattern.
Sure, we can start a section on the inside here. That way we won't have to deal with monsters.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. And I think this spot right here, if you're not using it for anything, will be a good spot.
Yeah, that'll be fine. I'll have to tear down everything and rebuild anyway later.
Okay.
Where shall we get started?
Well, if you give me some of that and perhaps some tools, then I can start just putting basic blocks down.
Sure. Well, here, I'll start throwing things your way.
Yay, things.
That was the wrong thing.
Well, I'll still use it. Well, not the mana tablet, but...
Yay, you got wood.
Oh, dear.
I can never remember what mod does that, but it's fun.
It happened when I first logged onto the server here, and I was like, what the heck? And now I know. Okay, I'll face it this way so that you can see the basic inside-outside dichotomy of the wall here.
Okay.
We kind of got the beginnings of a little pillar here, and then that.
The chiseled 2 marble texture is pretty snazzy.
Yes, I think so.
It just looks like it's going to feel rough if you run your hands across it, and that's a trick.
Okay, and then we want to do... I'll just use some spruce for scaffolding.
Ooh, is there scaffolding in this? Not really.
Not really.
Yeah, I was about to say, it sounds like a good question.
I suppose you can chisel some things into scaffold form, but that's just a cosmetic thing.
Yeah, just a cosmetic thing. It doesn't have the same effect as the IC2 scaffolding would. So I can't remember. Did I have 2 there? Yes, I did.
I think what's going to end up happening is this is going to just stand as a blueprint for me to constantly refer back to. A 3D model, as you would.
Something like that. I have to do similar things myself, too, so...
This is already about 100 times fancier than my cracked sand walls.
They're gonna be taller, too.
Cool. Did you want maybe an axe or a pickaxe or something?
That might not be the worst idea in the world. Mana tablet too.
Oh, did you not get the mana tablet?
Mana tablet.
I got it, yes.
Okay. Oh, they're mana steel.
Oh, mana steel.
Yeah, I realized that after the fact.
It's been a long day of streaming for Morvie, forgive her.
Morvie is always tired after a stream, yes, this is true.
It's such a draining thing.
It can be. Even on, I mean, sometimes it's the good days that are really the most draining with live streaming.
Oh, well, it's that awesome tired of, yeah, that was great. I am so glad I did that, and now I'm going to go sleep for a week.
Especially because I generally tend to have lunch right afterwards, so it's like stream, exhaust yourself, and then food come up.
Is the best way to go. I'm going to run through all of the cotton, so I'm just grabbing some up. I was not prepared for using large amounts of wool. I should have been. Oh, and for anyone that's wondering about the lime dye in particular, you've got 2 options with the pack that we have and the point in progression that we're at. You can use cactus grain to make your lime dye by combining it with bone meal. I swear you can do this. Hang on. Wow, that is a lot. There you go. There's the recipe. So you can grow your cactuses and your skeleton seeds to do it, or you can just go straight to the dye seeds the way I am. And 3 dye essence will get you 6 of whatever color you want. Cactus green or lime.
Sounds like a good conversion rate to me.
Ooh, fancy dark oak crate. And then you're turning those into slabs. Now you folks are seeing why I was so adamant about getting that lumber axe. There was a lot of tree cutting. Oh, one thing I didn't show though, your Horn of the Wild that you had to make earlier on, you're probably going to want to turn that into a Horn of the Canopy. Let's just combine it with a leaf block. And then, here, I'll grow a dark oak real quick and show you. Where'd my lumber axe go? In the tool shed, where else?
That would, like, make sense or something.
Yes. It's an abomination.
Didn't know that was allowed.
It's really not. Okay, here's what the Horn of the Canopy will do for you. Yeah. Makes me happy. And that's also why the fast leaf destruction mod got removed from the server, because there's a way to do it through an in-mod mechanic. Well, that's better than something that just changes the rules of the game as far as I'm concerned. That is a lot taller.
Won't be too much taller than this, just trying to get to the top height quickly here. Yeah, 1 block above where I'm standing now.
Okay. And I actually had a fun suggestion from one of my viewers that I think I'm going to end up enabling, and that's extending the initial hallway for the laboratory area a little bit, so that there's kind of a tunnel transition from the land of tech to the land of nature and magic.
Oh, that sounds nice, actually, yeah. Oh, did you have some plain carpenter's blocks?
Yes. Some is a misnomer, but I can make some as opposed to 2.
I think I need 3 per 5-foot section of wall. I have no idea if that actually worked. I don't think it did.
Hold shift and right click. There you go.
There you go.
That did it. Okay.
That's how you apply glowstone to a carpenter's block. And this, folks, is why I consulted Morvie. Her wall is more complicated than my entire lab.
It's not that bad.
You build on a different level than I do.
Well, as long as it's just different and not necessarily better, because, well, I don't like to try and claim that I'm better than anybody else.
Sometimes simple works really, really well, and not all complicated builds are inherently better, but I really do like the look of this wall. And so this is the completed front facade of the wall, then?
Yes, this is, for the most part, what people would see from the outside. Let's just add a little bit in here so you get an idea. So you've got this little marble stair right here, essentially. It's just kind of like this reflection over here, and then you'd have, and then that would be completed on this side, and you'd have another bit of 3 wood with the green over it, and that's how the pattern would repeat there.
Okie dokie. So yeah, that sounds like something that I can definitely get to work on. Now, you mentioned you were doing something with the back of it?
Yes, just kind of smoothing it out, making it look a little bit better, and forgive the husband in the background playing Final Fantasy.
No problem.
You just kind of, the idea is give it a nice smooth look, if you will.
Okay. Yep, I can see. Yeah, that looks pretty great. I think I'm gonna have some interesting times figuring out how to build this myself. That's okay, that's part of the fun, isn't it?
Usually. Did I do it this way before? I don't have a picture of that. No,
Whoops.
I want to say it was something slightly different, but it'll work. I managed to do it more materials efficient than this before. Let's actually figure out how to properly do that. I realize this is a mod pack where materials efficiency really does matter, so I don't want to cause any problems in that regard.
Yeah, it's odd how it kind of gates things and you basically don't have access to something, and then you get the right techs and magic, and all of a sudden you have a super overabundance. Like, I would not blink if you said you wanted to build an entire giant wall out of iron right now. It wouldn't even be a thing.
That sounds a little bit far-fetched, but still.
On the other hand, like, a little bit of glowstone, that's a bit of an issue still. Redstone, I don't have any of.
Do you have the vine balls?
Yes.
So yeah, this does have some cutout room in there, but yeah.
Yeah, this is cool. I can work with this. And it's not high enough that I'll accidentally kill myself falling off of it.
Yeah, you'll take a couple of hearts of damage, but nothing strenuous, or, well, you'll take less because you've got mana armor.
Yep.
But yeah, that's pretty much the example bit of wall.
Okay, so I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing some work to lay out the area that I'm going to want to surround with this, and I'm going to build the walls and kind of, I'll probably end up building like 2 parallel walls and then get you back next time to help me figure out how to do corners, because you said you wanted to do some experimenting and figuring out something special for the corners, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, just so that it looked a little special. I mean, because this pattern doesn't really have a very good turn to it. It's very much meant to be a straight line, so making it turn is a trick.
Well, it's going to take all of my off-camera time for a while to get a couple of parallel lines of this built long... I just fell off.
Oops.
Built long enough for all of the witchery, Botania, and farm area that I'm going to want to contain inside of it. So, by the time I get all of that done, I should also just have a massive amount of materials ready to work on whatever corner ideas you do have.
Yeah, it should be probably these same types of materials, and probably just using different elements to try and make a turn and all that, and we can figure it out. Either way, I am ready and available anytime you are to help you with that.
All right, well, thank you so much, Morvelaira, for coming in and helping me with this design, and yeah, I'm looking forward to having you back when we're on to the next step, and you can see this stretching, 100 blocks into the distance.
I will be impressed then, yes.
As you can see, folks, been very busy getting things together. All of this I've built so far on my own, but the part that I did not tell Morvie, and the little secret about how I'm going to get things ready a whole lot sooner than she expects, is I've got an army of volunteers on this server. Say hi, folks. Introduce yourselves.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
They're all helping me build this and put it together a lot faster than I would be able to on my own. So thank you all very, very much for the assist. I'm providing them materials, they're providing the manual labor, and it took me probably an hour of derping about on my own to replicate that wall section 2.5 times. And they've already dug a huge channel and started building the bases for another 5 or 6 replications. So, yeah, the power of sheer numbers is on my side here. All right, let's do this. Wow. So, the team expands, the build continues. We've decided that, well, I mean, after seeing how fast these guys were working, I just decided that, you know what, we're going to get a whole lot more done than she expects all in one day. And yeah, we're going the whole way here. I'm going to try to see if we can't get at least most of the wall built for all 4 areas of it. Basically, until I run out of materials. Right now, the thing that's holding me back is my ability to provide carpet fast enough for these terrible locusts that have descended upon my area, and glowstone. So some of this might end up half done. We'll see. Anyway, there's your project update. Back soon with some finished results. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Alrighty, folks. It is after midnight here. We have been working on this wall for hours now, thanks to the tireless work of multiple of the Mentat patrons. Most notably at this time, who have been here for the entirety of it, or almost the entirety of it. We have Xfar, we have Sora, we have Saffron, who joined us a little while into it, and we have Rubik842. Thanks for coming along and staying for as much of it as you could. Earlier on, we had Barlock, we had, what did he change his name to? Jean-Rogue or something? Or what? No, George. Yeah, I'm bad with names. I'm sorry. I just remember the Minecraft handle, which is not what he's using as his handle anymore. So, anyway, they've all been working very hard, got the wall built for the most part. Still some finishing trim touches to go along the last bit there. I'm going to be working hard on the interior over the coming weeks, but for now, things are functional and we're protected. I'm protected from the horrible, nasty effects of nighttime in this pack. And we're going to call it here because I'm very tired and I need to go get this edited and uploaded. So, thank you very much, minions and patrons, for your assistance with the wall.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
No problem.
Excellent. And thank the rest of you very much for joining us for this episode. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up and tell me what you liked. If not, leave a thumbs down and tell me what I can do better. And we will see you next time.